Hello guys, my name is Patricia Rockstrong, your Nigerian Irish American host. Welcome to my channel. How are you all doing, guys? I hope you are doing good. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. I hope you are having a good Mother's Day. I just want to talk about Andy Okonkwo, Mary's husband and living in bondage, because that man indeed is living in bondage. I see how he's going from one news channel to another, vomiting some nonsense. The way that man's mouth is big, that is how his stomach is big, because it's like everywhere stomach face. He's there tarnishing this man, talking nonsense after nonsense after nonsense. The same thing he talked about I took when he was trashing him. You know, when I was growing up, Igbo men used to have integrity. That I love my Igbo brothers and sisters. I love Igbo men because when they said one thing, they believe in that thing they said. They don't say one thing and go around to be changing their mind like snakes with two tongues. We know the tribe that used to behave like this. We used to call them out when I was growing up. But to see Andy, because that man is still living in bondage, yo. That man is still living in bondage. Because the way he was behaving then, in that movie, Living in Bondage, is the way that man is behaving now, as if they are holding him captive. But this kind one, he's the one that is holding himself ransom. Because which kind of Igbo man is this? That his mouth is running like a diarrhea, criticizing his own fellow Igbo man. That he looked at, he couldn't criticize him, that he is a criminal, he's doing this, you understand, he's doing that, no. But he just said he's a man that wants too much peace. Who doesn't want peace? Kenneth Okonkwo has been a fraud anyway. Because if you look into him, you see he has been a fraud. He's a movie actor that wants to be a pastor, end up marrying a pastor wife. We know how that one ended, because he wanted to resign and gave him the choice to be the pastor, because he couldn't get that. He ended up resigning, followed what is the name, the president, that Buhari. And who made him relevant is Peter Obi. Because all these young ones, they don't even know who he is. It's weird that, we were watching him when we are growing up, in living in bondage and all that. Because these young ones, if not because of Peter Obi, who will know who he is? Nobody. Not these young ones, the people that are, they were born in 90s, 95, in the 90s. So he's kind of beating a finger that fed him. With his church and bell lawyer that I haven't had anybody that is defended. Rather than being on news and using that his big mouth, spewing nonsense and garbage. You see, Andy, which is Kenneth Okonkwo, with this fat big belly, money na water, and Cubana. All of them, I grouped them. They are among the basket full of deplorables. But no problem anyway. We, the obedient, will be following Obi. I see some stupid people that gather themselves and saying that, they sack Obi because they are the obedient. They don't know our own obedient is OBI, but the one that they are saying is OBE. Sack Obi. How can you sack somebody that is bearing Obi? Can you sack somebody from his name? So you see, this Tinubu that is trying all his best to bring Obi down, if he use that energy to tackle insecurity in Nigeria, to tackle hunger, to tackle bad road, bad governance, he will do a good job. But rather is using all his energy and his thugs to be bullying this man, to intimidate him, chase him from one party to the other. But by the special grace of God, all their plans will fail. It will fail. Now here we there. Now here we there. So my fellow Nigerians, please don't give up, especially the youths. When you guys turn out, things changes. It's like that too in this country. When the youth said they had enough, things turn around. So, my fellow Nigerians, don't give up. You know, sometimes if I close my eyes, I can see the future of Nigeria when Peter Obi become president. Nigeria will be the next Dubai. So don't give up, keep fighting, and keep praying so that we have peace in that nation again. Because if you go to social media, because the news, they don't report what is going on. If you follow English at large, you will know exactly what is going on in that Nigeria. How they are killing people every second. So, but God is good. God is good. Nigerians, please wake up and say, no, we are tired of being tired. So, ladies, have a very beautiful Mother's Day. I love you guys and peace out.